Safian Lewis of Culture Central. We are here at the Peace March celebration reception for MLK, and I'll be going around asking people a few questions about the event. Hi, okay, today we are here with
Tyler.
All right, Tyler, why do you feel like this the event is a significance for us?
Well, these type of events are important to remind us about where we came from and what we had to, pretty much endure and overcome throughout the centuries and to this day. These events really remind us that we're still fighting the three evils to this day, and service really isn't arbitrary. It never stops, and we have to remind ourselves that what our ancestors put themselves through, their livelihoods, their health, and everything just for the rights we have today and the rights we're still fighting for.
Hi, I am here with
Mustafa Salau, Chad Daniel Simon.
Okay. My first question is, I know that you are an Alpha, so how does it feel to share a fraternity with such a significant figure, Martin Luther King?
It feels pretty good, honestly. I remember when I was trying to join my organization, he was one of the figures that I looked up to, and I studied his life just because, I think Alpha is just a collection of great men. I'm happy to have that person to look up to. And it's just every day a reminder that we all have an opportunity to make an impact, and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why do both of you guys feel like events like this are important to have on Penn State's campus?
I'm gonna let Chad take this one first.
I think it's important to highlight Martin Luther King and obviously the significance that we know, but also talk about some of the things that we don't know or that we don't want to talk about. Because as it was said in the lovely speech I was giving earlier, Martin Luther King said more than just a dream. He talked about inequality, income inequality, evils of capitalism, all of these things that still are very prominent today that we need to still have discussions about.
Do you guys have any specific change that you want to see on campus as far as like social justice?
I think I just want to see communities brought together a little more than they are right now.
Right.
I think, we all know Penn State's a predominantly white institution, and, being black students, we're definitely in our own community. We don't really interact with a lot of white students. We don't really interact with a lot of white organizations.
Right.
So I would love to see more of an effort from the schools. I'd love to see more of an effort from us as students in leadership positions in different organizations to try to just bring communities together. You can learn something from everybody, and bringing communities is a way to do that. So, yeah.
Places are God where we met thee. Bless our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world we forget.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
What is your name and what's something that you like to do?
Wilson Okello, and I love to roller skate. I love roller skating.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hi, ladies. I am here with
Shalovia Zulu, Leslie Lang, Sita Frederick.
Okay, so my question is, what do you feel like the significance of this event is for? And then what do you feel like this brings change for our community now?
I think one of the best things that I see looking around is all of the different people that are able to be in community with each other. So for me personally, I'm able to be around people that I may not normally be around. And I think that, that's the great vision of Dr. King, is that we would be able to be in community with each other and build the change together. These are the people that want to do that, and so it's really important to be with them.
I think anytime we can have concentrated space to reflect on the long memory of freedom movements that Dr. King was connected to, that we should take that time. We should invest in those spaces, and so this is one opportunity to do that.
We have the Borough, we have Student Affairs, and we have Center for Performing Arts sitting here with you today, and we believe in keeping the movement in motion. That is our theme. That is why it's important. And like we heard earlier today, we want to encourage students, no matter what the conversation is, you have power. You want to see the change, then you have to be the change. And he said, Dr. Wilson Okello reminded us from a speech that it's not just about the surplus, but it's about the sacrifice.
Why do you think it's important for Penn State to have events like this and an event that honors MLK's whole week, like throughout this whole week? How do you feel about that? And why do you think it's important for us to have stuff like that?
Yeah, memory is important.
Yeah.
And I think memory, I think connecting our work to long memory is how we ultimately move the needle of equity and justice, right? So many folks have gone before us and have done important work, and we owe it to ourselves to bring that work forward, right? And in order to bring that work forward, again, I think we need sustained time and concentrated spaces to do that. And again, I think a longer week, events like this provide us with that opportunity.
We don't want to be one and done.
Yeah.
It's really important at Penn State that we come together as a community and we keep marching forward. We have to live the dream, and we have to be able to extend that dream so that everybody can catch a part of the vision. Whatever the vision is, to keep the peace, to build unity, to come together, to collaborate, it is important.
Celebrating the legacy, right, and the culture, and continuing that into the future, I think, is what we're about. And I feel like the idea of embodying both what we've seen happen of people standing up and not being silent, but in a peaceful way, and standing up and doing that ourselves, practicing that. That's like a muscle that needs to keep being practiced over and over and over again. So your question about the week long, like, it's every day. It's not just a week, it's every day. And it needs to be, at different moments in our community, in our timeline. So MLK gives us an opportunity to engage the broader community because everybody's like, oh, it's MLK Day, right? But it's an everyday type of thing. And I think as, organizers who are always thinking about what we can celebrate, we don't want it to be a week in January and the month of February and a day in June. Like, we want it to be constant, every day, because we're living it, right? We're living that anyway, and we want to be able to spread understanding and build that empathy that we need across difference.